Hello again. I'm Tiffany Reardon, Program Manager for Affordable Learning Georgia, and in this video, we're going to talk about some of the ways ALG is working to improve the accessibility of our resources, all of them. So I mentioned in a previous video about how we're now requiring that all new materials created with grant funding are required to be developed with accessibility in mind, right? Well, that's just the latest in a series of initiatives at ALG to make sure our materials can be accessed by anyone, anywhere, regardless of ability. After I was hired in February 2020, one of the first things I did was conducted a complete accessibility review of every OER we have in our repository, and I found all sorts of accessibility problems. It's no one's fault. I mean, digital accessibility hasn't really been a huge priority for anyone in education until the last few years. But with that very detailed and very complex spreadsheet in hand, we put together a plan to play catch up. We consulted with the Center for Inclusive Design and Innovation to determine if their services would be right for what we're trying to do. Unfortunately, the services they offer aren't aligned with proactive accessibility on the faculty side of things. They're dedicated to creating accessible materials for students in the format that each individual student needs. That's awesome, and they've likely been involved and worked with your disability services offices behind the scenes, but it's not really what we're looking for. We started a successful partnership with the University of North Georgia Press, in which Corey Parsons is working to develop accessible Word versions of all of their OER so that we can put them in our new platform, OpenALG, also known as Manifold. At the time of this recording, we've received several books from Corey already, and she's way ahead of schedule and completely awesome. The last piece of the retroactive accessibility puzzle here is actually on me. During any free moment I have, I'm working to make all of our other OER materials accessible while also getting things moved over to OpenALG. It's a slow process, but it's an important one. But we're not only focusing on the stuff we already have. We want to be proactive and make sure that any new stuff coming in is already accessible so that we don't have to do this again in the future. So in addition to making it a requirement on grants, we're also trying to provide the support to do that. We now have a series of accessibility tutorials designed for faculty creating OER on our website. And we're also working together with the Center for Inclusive Design and Innovation to offer introductory training at our grants kickoff meetings. What's really important about these changes we're making at ALG is that we want to make sure that accessible development is a positive and supported endeavor. We want our faculty to feel like they have the support they need to meet this challenge. So instead of expecting them to be experts in accessible development, we're focusing on the absolutely necessary elements of accessible design over the more obscure ones, and we're delivering our tutorials and trainings in plain English designed for faculty.